G'day, welcome back to Dad vs Son, and I am going on with Corsairs leader from DVG, and I've decided that we're going to go through the United States Army Air Force missions, campaigns, and we're starting with Pearl Harbor. So all we have is this. So in this operation, you pilot the P-40s that were able to get off the ground during the attack. The operation also explores the possibility of the Enterprise being within strike range of the Japanese aircraft carriers on that fateful day. We are not going to worry about that. I'm going to use that when I come into the United States Navy campaigns. So we'll start the Navy from that point. So we'll play through all the Air Force now, then we'll go through all the Navy, and then we'll go through the Fleet Air Arm mission, and then lucky last we'll do our time travel one, so the final countdown. So for this one we started with 25 SO points. I can only use 2 P-40s and they both begin at green. So what I have done is I have chosen Jeff Johansson, which was a Kickstarter one, and Jonesy. They both started at green, and I used 12 SOs to put Johansson up to average, which gave him a gung-ho. That gives him a +2 on his air-to-air. I've also given him grit, and the reason for that is that grit expend for the entire mission. Treat this pilot's stress as within the OK range, regardless of actual stress. So by having this, I can basically evade all the time, and it's not going to cost me any stress. By the same token, if he gets a stress for being shot at and stuff like that, I can ignore it. So it's only basically damage or kill that I have to worry about with this pilot. So that's why I've done that. With Jones, I've left him green. He's only on a 0-3 stress and a 0 attack. So I've given him agile so that he can roll for evasion all the time. I've given him lucky, so if he gets hit very, very badly, he can use his lucky, which means when this pilot suffers a destroyed result, treat instead as 2 stress. So if he has to use that, by the time he's used that, I believe he's probably going to end up with a bit more. So I've given him -3 stress. So that way, if he uses this, he can get rid of the stress when he needs to and still evade. So that's my cunning plan. Dun, dun, dun. Rightio. So what we had to do was place the enemy aircraft in a cup. So it says to use the 1941 A6M2s, but of course the first bag is 42, so it doesn't matter. Plus all the B5N2s and the D3A1s, and they always fly at low altitude. We also had to remove the no bandits. So this is all those bombers and every 0 that we have from 42. Right. So the next thing we have to do is draw 1 random enemy aircraft counter for the south approach. So let's do that. And we have a green 0. Okay, so I'll put him around that way because he's flying towards us. Next is draw 2 enemy aircraft counters for each of the 3 southern approach areas. So let's get this down here a bit. Okay, so we're going to go to the southwest first, the 2 counters, and we get a D3A1 and we get a A6M3, a legendary. Yay! So they're coming in there. Okay, now the center approach, pre-approach, sorry, and we have a veteran 0 and another B5 N2, and then in the southeast we have 2 B5 N2s. Okay, so done. Next, place your P40s in any area. Okay, so we have Johansson and Jones. Now, where do we want to put them? We can put them in any area. So I'm just going to hold that at the moment. Do not draw any event cards. Conduct a standard over-target turn with the following exceptions. The A6s do not move towards your P40s. They dogfight your 40s as normal if they're in the same area. All enemy aircraft move one area closer to the center area during their movement step. Okay, so each time they're going to move one closer to the target area. If any of the bombers begin their movement step in the center, they perform an attack, and then they leave the game. Roll a die for each attack. A 1 or 2 is a miss. 3 to 5 is 1 hit. A 6+ is 2 hits. At the end of turns 1, 2, and 3, draw a random enemy aircraft counter for each of the 3 southern pre-approach areas and repeat this for the normal 5 turns. If we get hit 8 times or more, it's a dismal. 4 to 6 is adequate. 0 to 3 is great. Okay. So we know that all of these, what do we got? The over target. So dive bombers, no. Fast pilots attack. So that'll be a no. Sights and bandits attack, no. Slow pilots attack. Aircraft move. Bandits move. So they are all going to move into here. Okay. So I've got to stop the bombers. Righto. So where do I want to start? So that fighter's going to end up in there. I don't care about that. Start in any area. Okay, so Johansson's my +2. Jones is my +1. Okay, so I'm going to put Jones, and I'm going to start him. And it says start in any area. Checking again, in any area. I'm going to start Jones down here. So hopefully the first turn he'll bump one of these off, and then they'll move up there, we'll move up there, and then we can bump him off, maybe, and then keep going, sort of thing. Now this guy, it's no good. These are both going to end up in here next turn. So I probably need to bump off a fighter first. So then Johansson will be in here. Jones will be in here as well. We can hopefully take out the 2 fighters. Ooh. That's not going to help, is it? I need to take out a bomber. And I need to take out the fighters. Because once I end up with 2 fighters in here, then both my aircraft are stuck for fighting. Okay. So if I start here, and I take him out or him out, legendary or veteran, let's start with the veteran, then he'll move into there, which I don't care about. They'll come up here, which will give me 1 bomber, hopefully 2 bombers, 3 bombers. I'm not going to be able to stop them all, but it'll only give me 1 more fighter, hopefully, into here, because even if this doesn't die, he's going to move into here next time. It's the best I can do, I think. Okay, so we've done that, blah, blah, blah. So we conduct our things. So dive bombers, This is turn 1. Dive bombers dive to low. Everybody is low. Okay. Fast pilots attack. Righto. I have no fast pilots, so the 0 here is going to attack moi. So put the dice here. Yeah, it should do. Right. So Mr. Japanese man is going to go for his maneuver, and he's a +2 for his maneuver. So you you can't really see that, can you? How's that? Better part? Okay, so he's a +2, so that's a 5 for his maneuver, which is a yo-yo. On the tick. A yo-yo. Okay, I just needed a marker. Right, next. Is that going to be any good, or is it maybe just put it over here? Is that better? Maybe. Okay, so it's a yo-yo, and then he is +2 for him, -2 for Johansson. So this is for a 0 extra, so it's a 7, and a 7 is +1 position, +1 attack. Okay. Right. So now he's rolling for a +1 attack, which will be a +2 because of him being advantaged. So we're going to roll 2 dice to evade. Again, we don't need to worry about... let me get this right. We've expended his grit, so he is at basically 0 stress the whole way through. Okay. So he hits on a 5. We get a 4. +2 is 6, which is a stress, which is nothing. Ripper. Okay, so now we're into slow pilot's attack, which is us. So we'll do Johansson first, who is disadvantaged. And we are going to go for a... We're going for a tight turn. So this is for a 0. Tight turn for us. Friendly A to A is +2, -2. Yep. And we have an 8, which is +1 position. So we are back to neutral. And then our shooting is for a +0. Okay. +0. And we need a 8 or better. 7! Ah! So do we use our gung-ho is the question. Or do we save the gung-ho? If we don't kill off this 0, we're going to have 2 zeros in there next turn. That's the trouble. And I only want 1. So I'm going to have to. His gung-ho has been used. And that 0 is dead. So that's 1 for Johansson. Righto. Now Jones is going to have a go at the B5N2. So the first thing he's going to do is roll for his maneuver. So he is a +0 and they're a -1. So this is for a +1. He's going for his usual in my sights. And he got 2 + 1 is 3, which is +1 attack. So he is +1 attack, needs an 8 to hit, so that means a 7. Gets a 9, blows it away. Well done, that man. Right, so that was slow pilot's attack, aircraft move. So we are going to move into here. We're going to move into the south approach. Bandits move. 0 goes into there. He comes into here. He comes into here. Legendary comes into here. And he comes into here. And then advanced turn counter. So at the ends of turns 1, 2, and 3, draw a random enemy aircraft counter for each of the southern 3 approach areas. Okay, so southwest, we get a 0, a green one. For directly south, we get a D3A1. And for the southeast, we get another 0. And that was just she who must be obeyed, off to an appointment. Okay. So we've got 1 bomber and 2 more fighters. Right. So turn counter to turn 2. Dive bombers attack. Dive to low. No. Fast pilots attack. Okay. So we have 1 legendary. So I'm going to put him with... Geez, who do I put him with? I'm going to have to put him with Johansson. There we go. And Jones, these are all -1s, which is great. I can only stop 1 of them. Bugger. It means 2 of them are going to go in and bomb. Yay. Not. And they all basically do the same thing. Okay, well, let's just take out the D3. Okay, so fast pilots attack. So this guy is going to go first. So we're getting a little bit closer to the center now. Let's just do that. Okay, and I'll move Johansson over so you can see what's going on. There we go. Okay, so this guy is a +3 for his maneuver. So, of course, he gets a 7 again, which is a yo-yo. And then he is a +1 because he's +3. Johansson's a +2. So he goes back down to a +1 for his maneuver success. And he gets a 2 + 1 is 3, which is -1 attack. So we evade. His attack would be at +1. So with -1, he is just square for the attack. And we roll a 1. Nothing happens. Okay. So Johansson is going to go for an in my sights. Is he? No, he's actually going to go for a tight turn because I can't afford to lose a position. So he's going for a tight turn. So this is for a -1. So he needs at least a 7 to get 1 position or better. And he gets a 3, so nothing happens. So then his attack is going to be at -1. So he needs a 9 or better and gets a 6, so nothing happens. Righto, Jonesy is going for an in my sights for a +1 against the bomber and gets a 2 + 1 is 3, which is a +2 attack. So he's for a +2. So he needs a 6 or better to shoot this bloke down and gets a 6 and shoots him down. Well done. Righto, so that was slow pilot's attack. Aircraft move. Righto, let's get this out of the way again. Where are we going to move to? We're going to... Oh, geez. So these are all going to come in. They're going to bomb no matter what. If one of the bombers begins its movement step in the center area. Oh, begins its movement step, but it's not. It's going to be moving into there. Okay. So I need to stop it. Righto. Now, does he go away is what I'm thinking. He's not going to hang around. Or does he? This is the thing. I'm not sure. I would think that he would keep moving on, blah, blah, blah. They move on through. So I'm going to move Jones and Johansson into the target area. Yep. So that means these 3 aircraft will come into here. These 3 aircraft will come into here. And then same thing again, we get 1 aircraft in each pre-approach area. So let's go southwest, and we have a D3, A1. South, we have a Veteran 0, and southeast, we have a B5N2. Right. So everybody has moved. Turn counter moves. Righto. So Johansson goes after the 0 again. Because I think we have to go after the 0. I don't... Or do we? Can we go after the bombers? And then the 0 gets a free shot at us, doesn't it? Now, I'm going to play this as if Johansson's trying to keep the 0 off our back this time, so he can try and take out them. No. Oh! No, we're going to try and take out the bombers. He's going to get a free shot at us, effectively. Wow. Okay, so there we are. So dive bombers dive to low. No. Fast pilots attack. No. Sights and bandits attack. Okay, so it's fast pilot attack. So it's going to be this guy here, and he's going to 1 to 5. He'll go for Johansson. 6 to 10 for Jones. Here we go. See what we get. It's an 8, so he's going after Jonesy. Righto, so this is a neutral attack at +3. Yay. Yep, +3. Okay, so we are rolling 2 dice for evasion because we have the agile ability on Jonesy. And we get a 6 and a 7, which gives us a 9 or a 10. Okay, so we use his lucky because he's had his destroyed result. So it's gone. And that gives him 2 stress. So I'm going to put the 2 stress on him because he doesn't, you can take 1 more stress at the moment. Right. So then slow pilots attack. Okay, so Johansson first is going to, he's rolling for a +3. So he's going for an in my sights. Because he's +2 and the bomber is -1. So yeah, it's a 10. So he gets +2 attack. So this is a +5 attack. So he needs a 3 or better. He gets a 10, blows it away. Right, and now Jonesy. Jonesy again is going to go for a tight turn. Yep. Yep. So he's going for a +1 for his tight turn. And and gets a 4. +1 is 5, so no effect. So he's a +1 for his shot. He needs a 7 or better to shoot him down, and gets an 8 and shoots him down. Beautiful. Right, so that's slow pilot's attack. Aircraft move. Right. What do we want to do? I think we are going to stay where we are. Yeah, I think we have to. Okay, so we're going to stay where we are. So then they move. So that one goes up to there. That one goes up to there. These 2 fighters come in. This one bomber comes in. And then we have another bomber, fighter, bomber. And this is the last of the aircraft we draw. So let's come back. So we have the southwest quadrant, and we get a average 0. The southern quadrant, we get a B5N2, and the southeast quadrant, we get a veteran 0 again. Okay. Right, so let's turn 4. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Dive bombers, dive too low. No. Fast pilot's attack. Okay. Johansson's going to take on the average 0. Or is he? I need to take out the bomber. I need to take out the bomber. Okay, Johansson is going to take out the bomber. And Jonesy is going to take on the green fighter. And Mr. Average Fighter is going to attack one of us. So let's get this going. So again, 1 to 5 for Johansson, 6 to 10 for Jones. And he is going after Johansson. Okay. So we'll do that one first. So he is a 10 +1 for his maneuver. Oh, no, sorry, he's a neutral anyway. So he's a -1. He's +1, he's +2, so therefore it's -1 for his attack. And we get 2 die, -1. And we get a 7 -1 is a 6, which is a stress. And we have our grit, so there is no stress. So he's attacked, we can get rid of him. Now we have the greenie against Jones. So he is a 0. So this is the straight die 10 for him. Oops, sorry, wrong box. So he gets a 10, why not? So he's got an out of the sun. And his out of the sun is for a 10. Yeah, a 0. Gets a 2. And that's -2 position. So we are now tailing him. Well done, Mr. Jones. Righto. Jonesy is going for a tight turn. He's going for a tight turn because that way he cannot lose any position. Okay, and this is for 0. He gets a 2, so no effect. So his attack is at a +3 for tailing. So he needs a 5 or better. And gets a 10 and shoots it down. Well done, that man. Okay, Johansson is now going for his maneuver, and he is going to... His maneuver is going to be for +3. So he's going to go for an in my sights. So the worst that he can do is get +1 attack. And he gets a 9, so it's +2 attack. So this is a +5 attack. Here we go. He gets a 5, and 5 is 10, blows it away. Da-da. Right, so that's it. Slow aircraft move. That one moves to there, that one to there, that one to there. 0 comes in, 2 bombers come in. Move the turn track to 5. And then we have this one come in, this one come in, and this one come in. Were we supposed to do that? No, that was the end of turn 4. Yeah, we don't do any more. That's it. Right. So, last turn. Here we go. Now we've got 2 bombers. And I've got a veteran here. And I've got no gung-hos or anything else. I've got to try and stop them. Or do I try and fight this guy? Stop 1, hopefully. The most hits they can do is 2 hits. So even if both of them get through, that's 4 hits, which still gives me adequate. Okay, so Johansson's going to fight the bomber. And we're going to fight the D3. A1. Right, so fast pilots attack? No. So it's them. So he's a +2 for his manoeuvre, which is a 4, which is a tight turn. He's a 0 for the success. Which is a 3, which is no effect, which means that he is a 0 for his shot. And we are evading again, and we get a 3 or a 4, so nothing. Beautiful. Okay, so now Johansson is going for a tight turn, and this is for a 0. He gets a nothing. And then he's going for his shot, which is for a 0. And that's a 4, which does nothing. Okay. Jonesy, all up to you, young fella. Here we go. So Jonesy's going for this. What's he got? He's got a +1. A +1. Okay. Righto, he's going for an in my sights. For +1 and gets an 8 an 8 total, is +1 attack, so his attack is +2 and gets an 8, +2 is 10, and blows that one away. Okay, and then if it begins its movement step in the center, it performs an attack. Okay, so he is going to perform an attack. Right. Dun, dun, dun. So he rolls a dice. And let's see what happens with him. It's so long since I've done a bombing attack with one of them. I just... not sure how it works. So here we go. If he rolls a 1 or 2, he misses. A 3 to 5, he hits once, and a 6+, he hits twice. 8. So we got 2 hits on us. So that is the end of that game, and we got 2 hits, and 0 to 3 was great. So we did it. I think I played it okay. If I didn't, I'm sure you'll let me know how I screwed it. But yeah, so that's the first campaign, Pearl Harbor 1941 for the United States Air Force. And their next campaign will be New Britain 1943. Because they've only got actually 3 campaigns that I can see. So yeah, New Britain 43 and then Operation Vengeance 43. So yeah, that is it. So thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it. And if I've done my usual and screwed up in any way, please let me know. So that's it. Take care, and I will catch you next time. Bye for now.